it's Deborah from ChateauTea.com. So glad you've joined me today. Wanted to share a little bit of our secrets about what makes our tea so fabulous and different. And I'm going to start out today with the tea bags. These tea bags are made of all organic, natural plant material. There's been no bleaching that's happened to them. There's nothing synthetic whatsoever about them. So you can be reassured from every step of our teas and drinking them that you're getting complete health benefits as well as enjoyment with no worries about any residue of anything coming out. You pour hot water on something, well, it's gonna amplify it. So you want to be sure that your tea bags are healthy and strong. And this is a different shape. So you've had my teas before. This bag is a new shape, which I really believe is helping the hot water to get these pieces don't cling together as they would at the bottom. That's that rectangle one before. So I think this is really a wonderful improvement. So I wanted to share a little bit of it, just tell you a little bit about our tea, show you how each one is hand-packed and what makes us so special. So these are actual pieces of the cinnamon bark, real pieces. We use real pieces. It's not just all ground up in little dust in your bag. It's real pieces. So hence the real pieces also help. So you can use this bag again and again. Okay, it's something that you can use 2 or 3 times for each bag. So this is half a teaspoon. I'm going to put half a teaspoon in my bag. Now cinnamon is such a fabulous herb to have in here because it not only has health benefits. I'm not claiming anything that's going to cure anything or has any medicinal benefits, but it can be very beneficial in anti-inflammatory products, and it's loaded with antioxidants. Cinnamon is. And doesn't it just make you feel good when you smell the aroma of cinnamon? You know, it's refreshing. It is very good. This tea, this is my chai tea, the green chai tea that I'm showing you today, is very aromatic, so it's very good for just to, part of the enjoyment is once you pour that hot water over and let your tea steep, how's that? You start to get that beautiful aroma that is just so nurturing and relaxing and joyful. I believe there's a cup of joy in every cup of our Chateau tea. So, and again, these are all organic and kosher certified. Next, I'm going to show you a half a teaspoon of these beautiful, this is ginger root, real ginger root that has been cut up and dried. Half a teaspoon of that goes in here. Now, you know if you don't know, ginger is so excellent for anti-inflammatory in your joints, all the way through your body. You know, we all know that inflammation is at the root of most diseases. Of course, it all starts in the gut, but the inflammation can start there. So ginger is good for that. It also helps like people would have ginger ale when they're not feeling good or that kind of thing. I don't suggest that much sugar with your ginger, but it calms your stomach, your digestive issues, and those kinds of things. So ginger is just excellent. And I wanted to share a little something too. If you would like, sometimes if I'm not feeling well and I just need a boost of ginger, I'll just take a ginger root and, kind of peel it. You know how it looks a little gnarly there, but you just peel it. Then you cut off a chunk and slice up some pieces and put it in your cup. Add some organic raw honey that's local. If you use honey that's local, it helps against any seasonal allergies, really. So you put that in, add your hot water. You've got your own homemade cup of love right there, and healing properties if you're upset stomach or diarrhea or anything intestinal. This helps, or you could do my little homemade recipe that I'm sharing with you. So, okay, I'm going to keep going. So next here I've got cloves. Maybe I was thinking of my yard with clover, but yeah, cloves. So these are real pieces of cloves. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Maybe you use them in cooking or baking or clove powder. Now, clove is a fabulous item that really scientific studies are just starting to prove time and time again the health benefits of clove. Now, clove is really good for flushing your liver. It's got something called eugenol in it, if I'm saying that right, eugenol, that helps your liver, your blood, cleanse your blood, and it also helps to reduce blood sugar levels. Actually, all these do, but it helps reduce your blood sugar levels. You get that sweet aroma, you get almost that sweet taste from here, but there is no there's no sugar, there's no elevation of your blood sugar. So, and it does help to just temper your whole blood sugar system. So it's really, really lovely that way. Now, as I mentioned, this is their green tea. So look at these beautiful leaves of green tea. Let's see, can you see those? How lovely are real green tea? Yes, now green tea is harvested first. White tea will be harvested, and then green tea, and then black tea. It's all about timing, and it's all about the bush, the tea bush that it's harvested from. To have real tea, like this is sencha green tea. Now, sencha green tea is called that because it is grown in the sunshine. There are other types of green tea that may be grown in the shade or crushed into powder, matcha, but this has very much the same benefits that matcha does. And yet it's low in caffeine. So if you have a black tea, which my other chai tea is a black tea, that will have more caffeine, which has 50 milligrams. Green tea has about 30, and white tea has less. So the nice thing about this is that real tea comes from, the tea leaves come from the plants that are from China originally. There's only one tea plant in the United States at this time down in North Carolina, and that I toured a couple years ago. It's just so much fun and fabulous to see the timing and how the leaves are dried, and black tea leaves are dried the most, and green teas the middle, and white tea the less. Of course, there's tons of other kinds of tea, oolong and all that, but the green tea, again, back to the caffeine, with just that 30 milligrams of caffeine, because real tea leaves have something called L-theanine in them. That's what makes it tea, but that is a slow releasing caffeine. So you can get energy, but it's sustained energy. It's not the burst and the crash of coffee. It's not the burst and the crash of sugar. It's not the burst and the crash of energy drinks. Please don't be drinking those energy drinks. But green tea has many health benefits. It's enjoyable, and you still get that burst of energy. So I'm going to put that in my bag. So we now have those are all half teaspoons. We now have 2 complete teaspoons in these bags. Now, something else about this I want to share with you. These full 2 teaspoons. See these little strings? Maybe you know this, but some people have asked me about it because it's different than my other bags, where these little strings that you pull your tea bag shut with, that also there's 2 of them. I chose it to do it this way because you know why these are actually, they're kept on there, otherwise you could just clip them off, tie a knot, clip it off. It's because can you see my the handle on my tea mug here? Because you tie it or twist it around the handle of your tea mug. That way when you pour your hot water over it, your bag stays right there. You don't have to go searching, grabbing the strings out of the tea and that kind of thing when it's time to have your cup. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I can smell that already, And speaking of this, see this teapot? This holds about 5 cups of water, and I just checked it out to know. You want to put 1 tea bag in that for every cup of water. So say you put your tea bags directly in your tea, say you're having guests or something and you want it all to be, you want to serve it in a teapot. So you take your tea bags and put like all 5 of them in there and twist it along the handle and let them steep right in the tea kettle. In the teapot. And green tea you want to steep like 3 to 5 minutes. You really can't overdo it, but if you go, well, I guess you can with green tea and black tea because it can get bitter if it's longer than 5 minutes. But just have the benefits from all of them. Let it steep about 3 to 5 minutes, okay? And then you can remove your tea bags, whichever it's in the pot or in your cup, and then you can just set it aside. And then let it dry. You can reuse it again because our tea bags, again, have the whole pieces and have 2 whole teaspoons in every bag. I'm going to set this aside because if I start drinking it, oh my gosh, I'll just keep on going. So, this is what I wanted to show you too. I wanted to show you, this is a beautiful packaged tea bag here, right? Lovely. It's an upscale brand. It is organic as well. And I just thought I'd show you a little comparison. Here is their teas. It looks, it's got lots of, it's got some decent sized tea leaves in there, okay? But look at that bag for a second. Now I know fabrics from design and women's fashion and that kind of thing, and this, to me, I'm going to take off my gloves here because I'm not filling any tea bags anymore. But it's got very much that synthetic feel. Like I almost want to say a polyester or a nylon, something like that. I can't say for sure, but that's certainly how it feels. And I can pull this little string right off of there. But it's what I wanted to show you is I'm going to cut this open. This is a brand from overseas, and where can I put this? I'll just pour it. I'll just show it to you right here. I'll put it in this right on here. So let's measure how much tea is in here, okay? So this is my half teaspoon, which of course I used 4 times to fill my other one. So I'm gonna pour this tea out. There's a half teaspoon. And there's another half teaspoon. So at the most, you're getting 1 teaspoon of tea leaves or whatever they've got in their little bags in a healthy bag. This is obviously bleached. It's so white and does feel very synthetic-y to me, whether, I don't know, but from the feel and the look and really the smell, it is that. So the health benefits are amazing. Did I go through all of them with you? That ginger also is good for calming menstrual cramps, which is something that is wonderful. Also, and the other side, it's really good for the calming effect it has on your nervous system. So I say for ladies my age that in the menopausal thing, when all that comes up, that perhaps a nice cup of this chai tea, the ginger tea, would be wonderful. And now chai is traditionally made with milk, as they stir it up, and you see it on the streets of India and all those places where you go, China. But this, I love a good chai tea latte. You know, I used to get chai tea lattes at Starbucks or Caribou all the time. Then I realized how much sugar was in there, and I realized how much I'm paying per cup. So here, say one of our tea bags, you can get, well, I guess I put them all in something. But once you look at the beautiful size of how much product is in here. You let it sit and dry for a little bit, and then use it again. You can get, I get 3 at a minimum cups of nice, hot, equally aromatic and effective tea stain bags, or cups of tea when I use these 3 times. So think of that. If I have 12 tea bags in each jar, sometimes I put 15, but 12 of the hand-packed ones, that is 12 and 12 is 36 cups of tea. And notice again, I'll just mention that I use these jars, these mason jars, which are, of course, reusable, recyclable. You want to keep your teas out of sunlight or out of heat, of course, just so it doesn't, the heat doesn't build up on the inside and evaporate all your tea. But this is how all my teas come, like this. So, and speaking of this, and there's a secret ingredient in here. I didn't want to give away my whole recipe, but that just amplifies the taste of all that's also organic. Just a little touch, you might taste it. Let me know if you taste it and you figure out what it is in all the teas that, again, amplify the taste. So this is coming soon. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a Chateau Tea organic peppermint chai tea. This is going to be available very soon. I tested it out a little while ago. It was very popular. It'll be available on the website and also in Chaska at the Smiling Olive. They have vinegars and olive oils there from all over the world. And also it's soon going to be in a couple of the local chiropractors in the Chaska area. And coming, who knows, it'll be in many other places too. But for right now, I'm basically online, and this will be ready for the holidays. Just imagine a nice cup of steaming hot tea and adding a little candy cane in there for the kids and for yourself to make it festive. Also, I did want to say, so you could add milk into your chai tea. Now I love the organic almond milk I'm just going to say at Costco. You get a big box that has 6 boxes in it, and it is organic. It's almond milk. It works beautifully. That little nutty flavor flows beautifully with my chai tea, and I also use organic honey and sweeten it to the taste. Now, honey, again, is one of those things that doesn't spike your blood sugar levels. It's even keel. It has antioxidants. It supports your immune system. There are many, many health benefits to honey. And when it's local, I think I mentioned this before, but then it can help fight against allergies that are in your area. So that's a lovely thing. And I've got one more exciting thing to share with you, and it is that online you're going to see now I've got these new teacups. And these are beautiful double glass wall teacups, or you could use them for your coffee if your gifts or whatever, however you want to do that, or the kids with their hot cocoa or something. And not only is it beautiful, and of course the double wall glass allows it to be, you don't feel the heat from the outside.